Okay, hello, my name is Ethan Hoglund, and I attend First Assembly of God. And so the scriptures I'm going to be presenting from is Genesis 4:21, Psalm 89:1, Philippians 4:8, 1 John 2:15, and Romans 6:7-8. Okay, so, and my sermon is titled just music. That's just one word. All right, so whether it's listening to music in the car with your friends, or hyping yourself up before a game, or maybe you just need to wake yourself up, like my friend David over there. Like, you just love music. Everyone loves music. You can't deny it. And music is a big part of life. So for me, music got introduced into my life at a very, very young age. And I started playing piano, and I got exposed to so many different types of music. And I'm so thankful for my parents for exposing them to that. And so as I started to grow up, I started to expand my musical tastes, and I started to get more of a secular musical taste. So going from, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and the Star Wars soundtrack to listening to Travis Scott's new album. And so you may be asking right now, Ethan, I don't really care about your music taste. I literally could not care less. And you know what? I agree. So we're going to connect this to the Bible. So music is all over the Bible. In Genesis 4:21, it says, his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all who played string instruments and pipes. So what does this mean? Genesis is the first book of the Bible, and the Bible is inspired by God, and God thought it was important enough to mention the invention of music. So obviously God thinks music is important. Next up, we have this, tiny little book in the Bible, and it's called the Book of Psalms. And if any of you guys have heard of it, and it's full of 150 chapters of Psalms written by King David that are all musical compositions to glorify God. And so you may say, okay, Ethan, I get your point, right? Music is in the Bible, it's influential, but what does it have to do with anything in the world? So to come back to my story, as I started to, change my musical taste from going to, more secular music, I started to realize that instead of being happy and joyful and thankful to God for the freedom He's given me in my life, I started to be depressed and stressed and anxious and ungrateful with my life. And so I want you to realize that as you listen to this music, God does not only use music, but the devil does too. The devil was the chief musician in God's court. So the devil knows how to use music too. So as we listen to those lyrics, they're not only just to be catchy and fun, but they're also a message that you're feeding into your mind. They influence the way you act, the way you talk. And as Christians, it says in Philippians 4:8, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. To take it a step further, in Psalm 89, verse 2, it says, I will sing of the Lord's great love forever. With my mouth, I will make your faithfulness known through all generations. So with the first verse, we can see that we're supposed to think of things that are noble and praiseworthy and lovely, and we must glorify God with those things. But also, we must take what we sing, what we make with music, what we listen to, we must glorify God with those things too. So, because we have to realize that in 1 John 2:15, it says, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not within them. So let's just get this real straight. If you love the world, if you love the things of the world, if you love those TV shows or movies or music, the love of the Father is not within you. Because you can't serve two masters. That's not how it works. You have to serve either God or the devil. So make that choice. And you have to realize that listening to that music and doing that kind of stuff, it really takes a toll on your life. I'm not saying this is some sort of easy process. It took me years to finally break through from that, those chains that were on me. But I encourage you to really think about what is influencing your life. Is it your playlist or your pastor? Thank you very much. My name is Ethan.